Welcome to Deer Talk Now. I'm Brad Rux, and we got a special guest, Matt Serwa, who shot opening day of the Wisconsin season, just an absolute giant whitetail. How big is this bad boy?
Gross score 201 and 3/8, and he had 19 scoreable points, 18 and 7/8 wide.
One thing for sure, you would not have to look twice. This is a shooter. Wow, what a beautiful deer.
He's a honey.
It's cool how the velvet is still all on him too. And when you look at it, I mean, he's got a ton of velvet still on him. If season would have opened one day before, I bet you he would have had full velvet on him.
Well, I was really hoping he was going to show up with velvet on because the pictures I had of him on the trail camera were only 9 days old, and he was
Full velvet.
full velvet. Yeah.
Because I shot one in Kansas a few years, or Kentucky a couple years ago, and it still had blood on it, but
Yeah.
it didn't have that much velvet on it, so I would say he just shed.
Well, it was a late fall kind or late spring, and then the season opened earlier than it ever has here. So it was a good chance of it, but they were all hard-horned.
This is the whitetail of everybody's dreams right there. Matt, tell us a little bit about the story.
Well, the story starts Friday before opening day in Wisconsin. I was checking camera cards, and the card I really wanted to look at, for whatever reason, was hosed up, and I couldn't see any pictures on it. So I was kind of disappointed and just kind of flipping through a couple other cards, and then about halfway through the pictures, this guy shows up standing, posing perfectly right in front of the camera, with his bachelor group. And I typically don't hunt opening weekend in Wisconsin because I have young children, and I kind of save my time for the rut and prefer to hunt during the rut anyway. So, well, with this deer, you had to probably go sit and see if we get him to walk by. So Saturday evening, I went out and got in the stand at about 5 o'clock, and 5:30, then some bucks started showing up, and it was his bachelor group. And I figured any second he's going to step out, and minutes turned into whatever, half hour, 2 hours. Didn't show up. So then I started to worry about where this deer was. Why is everybody else here and he's not here? He should be here with his group. So about half hour before shooting light, then he did finally step out with another buck who was not in the pictures but was no slouch, similar to him. And 20 yards, quartering away, eating turnips, perfect situation, not looking at me. Get my bow drawn back. One deer made me in the stand. He was kind of looking at me, but not too excited. And I go to center my pin on him, and I can't see. Can't see through my peep. It's just a black blob. And I kind of pull it away, and I look at it, and I can see my peeps twisted. And at this point, I don't know what else to do but center that black blob on my scope, and he was 20 yards away. I can chip shot. I can do this. So I took the shot and sailed right over him. And
What a sick feeling that had to be.
yeah, he ran to the other side of the food plot, and he was still kind of standing there. So I got another arrow out and knocked, and immediately pulled back, and same thing. My peep was twisted again. So I let the arrow go and sailed right underneath him, and immediately started twisting my peep, not even really paying attention to where the deer went. I was just upset, trying to figure it out. And I look, and he's still standing there. So I pull it out, and now I can see him, and I shoot him. And we hit him. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
So once you hit him, did you find him right away, or did you?
Well, I seen the arrow hit him pretty good, fourth, fifth rib back, but he spun right away, and all I could see was the exit on the other side of him, and it was actually a little further back than you would have liked to see, and a little lower. So I figured it was for sure a liver type gut situation. So I decided just to back out of there and leave him till morning.
Which was the thing to do. Unfortunately for us, because I hunt just south of there, and we had rain, pretty much all night. And it wasn't just this little drizzle. It was a freaking full-out storm.
Half hour after I got out of the stand, it started raining. It didn't stop until 9:30 the next morning. So gut shots, liver shots, they're killing shots. You just got to give them time.
Yeah, you did the right thing. You didn't push him at all, and you knew kind of where he was headed, and proof is in the pudding. Right there's the rack. What an absolute giant. How many scoreable points?
19 scoreable points.
All right, grab the rack for a second here. 19. Look at the size of that thing. He's just got so much character. I personally love the brow tine. And then he's got palmation here at the end. I'm going to tip it down so you can kind of see the palmation. It's just super, super cool. Man. Now, to grow deer like this, And you know, I kind of want to get into your company a little bit because you are from the Real Deal Deer Mineral Company,
Yep.
and I got to get this rack or else it's going to fall down. Let's talk a little bit about the minerals. I mean, how important is minerals to a whitetail?
Well, science, says that deer need a certain amount of calcium, certain amount of phosphorus, and trace minerals. They've done studies on horns and bone growth, but we've kind of designed a product here that's for overall deer herd health. From does to fawns to lactation to horn growth to bone growth. So one of the things that makes our product unique in the market is we don't put any salt in ours. We have less than 7% salt in our mix, but it's actually attached to the phosphorus. We have to list it as being an ingredient.
Which is phenomenal because in the normal bag, if you're getting somebody's mineral, it's going to be 50% salt
At least
on the
at
low
minimum,
side.
yeah. And salt's a cheap thing that deer don't really need a lot of salt. They need just like you or me, we can't digest or handle a lot of salt. So they come to salt, but our product has everything that they need to be big, healthy deer.
Whitetails.
Yep.
What people don't realize too, and you brought up a really good point, does and fawns, a lot of people just want that big buck in their minerals, but in reality, that doe is probably going to be carrying a fawn. So if it's healthier the next year, the fawn's going to be healthier that she's going to deliver. And when you start a fawn on mineral, by the time he's 2 and 3 and 4, his antlers are probably going to be grow, a lot more than deer that are not on the mineral because the whitetail's healthier.
Right.
So there's a lot of benefits of it. That's it for Deer Talk Now. Join us next week. This one was extremely short. Everybody is out in the field. I'm going to be out in the field in Illinois. Dan's leaving the office. So these next couple are probably going to be short, but they're going to be powerful.